Hi, Leo. Ready to actually write SQL, not just watch slides about it? Here's how we work here. Just a bit of theory, then a whole lot of doing. You'll be querying real data in minutes.
Yes, Namasini, I'm ready. Let's go.
Leo, one real practice session beats watching 20 polished videos. Honestly, you'll watch all 20 and still freeze the moment you have to write a query yourself.
Ouch, that's literally been me.
So here's our deal, Leo. You don't watch me. You come up with the queries and write them yourself, on real production-like data.
Deal. I want to actually write SQL, not just watch.
Every lesson opens with the least theory possible, just enough for you to write something. You practice, then we fill in the details and a few examples. Never theory for its own sake.
Less talking, more doing. I'm in. So, can I actually write my first query now?
Yes, Leo. You'll write your first query in a second. But first, let me tell you about the SQL thinking process, the loop. Repeat these steps until it's second nature. That loop is the skill. Here they are. 1. Ask your data question in plain language. 2. Ask the same question but in SQL. SQL reads almost like English, just with stricter rules. 3. Before you run it, try guessing the result. Yes, guessing. 4. Run it and compare with your guess.
Okay, Namasini, it makes sense. I think I get it. But let's practice now. Can we switch roles for a moment? I'll give the requirement and you run the loop so I can watch how it's done. Here it is. How many orders did we get in June 2024? That's the plain language step 1. So how would you run the whole loop on it?
Sure, Leo. Let's switch for a moment. I'll run the loop, you watch. Here's the SQL query. It might feel strange that I just came up with it, but trust me, practice a little and you'll do the same. Soon, SQL feels as natural as speaking English. Now, before executing it, I'll guess. Fewer than 10 since business is slow over summer. Actually, Leo, you should run this one. Type the query yourself in CloudBeaver, run it, and tell me if I guessed right.
Well, Namasini, you know your data. I ran the query, and it came back 4 orders.
Yes, Leo. I know our data, and I know how the business works, so I made an educated guess. And every time you think your way to a guess, you understand your data a little better. Soon, you'll have a feel for it.
Namasini, can I tell you something? Typing that query in CloudBeaver, it was surprisingly easy to grasp what it would do. Just like you said, SQL reads almost like English. That really stuck with me.
I'm so glad, Leo. And it's true, reading SQL often isn't far from reading English. I could even joke that if you know English, you half know SQL, so why bother with me? But here's the real reason. SQL is a declarative language. You declare what you want, and the engine works out how to get it. Unlike imperative languages like Java, where you spell out every step yourself. That what, not how, is exactly what lets SQL read like plain English. Does that make sense?
It does. A lot. Honestly, I'm far less afraid of SQL now. I'm confident that, in plenty of cases, I can just read a query and understand what it does.
Leo, now that you've executed your first SQL query, let me give you a little more background about our setup and where we go next. You already saw PostgreSQL pre-populated with the Northwind sample data and used CloudBeaver to connect and run your query. Why PostgreSQL? It starts fast and it's a light database server with rock-solid ANSI SQL support. ANSI SQL is SQL written the standard way. It works across every enterprise database, so what you learn here transfers no matter which one you meet at work. And PostgreSQL itself is growing fast in the enterprise. Now let me introduce 2 more companions, Leo, the Koans and DuckDB. Koans are hands-on practice exercises. Each one is a tiny fill-in-the-blank. You replace the blank to make a failing test pass. Every fix unlocks the next, step by step toward enlightenment. You practice SQL by doing. And DuckDB? It's a database that's just a file. Think SQLite, but with far better PostgreSQL compatibility. The Koans run on the ready-made Northwind.DuckDB. They're completely self-contained, no database server needed. Here's the Koan file, Leo. Each blank is one you fill in. Replace it, run it, and watch red turn green. Run it, and the Koans walk you one step at a time. A green win, then the next one red with a hint. Fix it, rerun, and repeat, all the way to enlightenment. Leo, did you run your Koans? Are you enlightened now? Here's the beautiful part. Both DuckDB, the engine your Koans run on, and PostgreSQL come pre-populated with the same Northwind. Identical schema, identical data. DuckDB's SQL was even forked from PostgreSQL, so the same query gives the same result in either one. That's portability in action. The Koans run on DuckDB, CloudBeaver talks to PostgreSQL, same SQL, same answers. Leo, you might be wondering why we'd complicate our lives with two different database engines at all. DuckDB gives you a smooth, frictionless experience while doing the Koans. It's just a file, with no server to start, so nothing gets in your way. PostgreSQL is the real database you reach for when you want to explore your data visually. You open CloudBeaver, which connects to it by default. Same schema, same data, same answers. DuckDB for effortless practice, PostgreSQL for real-world exploration.
One more thing, Namazani. Doing the koans, I noticed the table names are in quotes again, like when I ran that query in CloudBeaver. Does that actually matter? Could I just write orders or orders without the quotes and it'd still work?
Great question, Leo. The quotes make the name exact, capitals and all. Northwind's tables were created as quoted, capitalized names like orders, so we quote them to match. And honestly, in your Koans, dropping them works fine. Orders runs just the same.
So the quotes are optional, then?
Here's the catch. Koans run on DuckDB, which ignores case, so orders happily found orders. But run that same query in CloudBeaver on PostgreSQL, and it folds orders to lowercase, hunts for a table named orders, and there isn't one. Same SQL, broken result.
Okay, so what's the safe way to write it?
Use the ANSI standard form, the one already on your screen. Double quotes around the names, plus a date literal. Double quotes are the one identifier style every database understands. Keep it consistent. Don't mix quoted, capitalized tables with unquoted names, and your query runs the same on DuckDB, PostgreSQL, anywhere.
Got it. So should I just always stick to ANSI and avoid anything engine-specific?
It ties back to why we picked these two, Leo. DuckDB and PostgreSQL are highly compatible, with excellent ANSI support, so almost everything you learn carries across. But now and then the engines differ, like the quoting we just saw. So lean on ANSI by default, and when a nuance appears, don't fight it, understand it. The twist. A vendor-specific feature is sometimes exactly where your biggest performance win hides. So stay ANSI by default, but stay aware. Reach for a vendor extension only in the specific situations where you have a strong reason, like a big performance gain, as we'll see later in the course. That's it, Leo. You're ready. In the lessons ahead, you'll write even more real queries against Northwind.
Just what I need, Nemasin, to practice writing my own queries as much as possible.